Reverse mortgages. I am sure you have an opinion on it just when I even say the term. But our next guest says that there are a lot of misconceptions surrounding reverse mortgages out there. So to discuss this and more, Gary Garino, Vice President of Senior Lending. Welcome to the show, Gary. How are you this morning?
Great. Thank you, Natalie, for having me.
You know, before we started, you say the term reverse mortgages, and for some, the wall just comes up. You must see that regularly, and that's why we're here to have this discussion today.
Yeah. So senior lending, we do a lot of education. We teach our clients. We're more of an advisor. So we're not just loan officers. We actually fiduciary. We put our clients first, and it's very important to do that when you're dealing with seniors. So the whole big misconception about reverse mortgage is mainly about the old reverse mortgage versus the new reverse mortgage. The old reverse mortgage, most people don't realize that it started back in the 60s. The 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and even the 90s. And it had, I always tell our clients, it has good intentions back then. It was designed to help seniors pull the equity out of their home, maybe pay off a mortgage. But the problem is it had bad application, because what happened is in the end, the bank wasn't really going to get any money because there's no payments. So they used to go on to the title of the property, which is horrible. So then when you, mom and dad, pass away and you inherit the home, all of a sudden the bank would say, time out, we get half of that equity. So you could see how the program was broken. It was not a good program. So it took the Federal Housing Administration, which we all know is fantastic. They help first-time home buyers. They help all of our veterans buy homes for like 0% down. That same insurance is now backing the new reverse mortgage. And that's the difference. It's the old versus the new. And all the misconceptions come from the old one.
Well, I'm glad again that we're here discussing this. Okay, so do me a favor then, and let's talk about the new reverse mortgages and how it helps seniors.
Yes, the new reverse mortgage is FHA backed. So now the lenders are secure, the seniors are secure, and even the heirs. So when you get a reverse mortgage, you have this insurance. No longer does the bank own the home, which is the biggest misconception. Nobody owns the home but the senior homeowner. They get to take the equity out of the home and do all the same things they do with a traditional mortgage, and not the worry about the bank taking back the home. So that's the biggest misconception about reverse mortgages, and that's the new reverse mortgage. They actually gave it a new name. It's called a home equity conversion mortgage, HECM. Now, obviously, HUD and FHA love their acronyms. Everything, one of their programs is an acronym. So it's called a HECM. Funny name, but it's a great program now because it's backed by FHA and HUD.
Well, and I'm assuming once you give that security, that assurance to seniors who are in your office that, you know, they're not going to end up on a lien, they're not going to affect their heirs. What can seniors do with this loan?
I'm glad you asked that. They could do all the same things they could with a traditional mortgage. The number one thing is pay off a mortgage, right? Sometimes somebody has passed, there's a loss of income, or there's a medical or some cancer or some kind of, you know, trauma. Then the mortgage payment becomes very hard to pay, especially when there's one senior left. So paying off a mortgage is number one. Number two would be paying off credit cards. A lot of times they're playing the shell game with the credit cards because the cost of living, and they're trying to pay for everything. High interest on taxes, high homeowners insurance, they could use that to pay that off. Some seniors like to do home improvement or the home renovations. And another one is age-in-place renovations. And age-in-place renovations are when sometimes you need to bring in a hospital bed and you have home health care. So that's another reason that they can use the equity for home health care. They have to widen the hallways. They have to have walk-in showers, lower the countertops for the wheelchairs. Those renovations cost money. So with the reverse, they can pull the equity out like a traditional mortgage, but no burden of a monthly mortgage payment. And that makes all the difference.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm so thankful that you came in to talk about this, educating me as well about how this is different now, how these reverse mortgages are different. I love, too, how you did say you are a fiduciary. And if people want to go ahead, reach out to you, see how you can help them, well, there's your contact information. And also, there's even a special offer right now. New applications get a free appraisal, which is about a $600 value. So, Gary, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.